How's it going, Dab Nation? Today we have an insane story sent in by a subscriber about this cringy The Fish kid who floods a Bass Pro Shop over the fish. Like, what am I actually reading right now? I just can't do this anymore. This is pure cringy, guys. Like, what is the fish? What? Okay, so if you don't know, apparently The Fish is like this YouTube short series about these walking fish people that are like fish with legs. Like, what? This is actually cringy, guys. Like, these videos get like 40 million views each. So, like, I mean, you already know that there's just going to be these cringe kids out there watching these videos 27 hours a day, 10 days a week, bro. Like, there's no way you could get 40 million views otherwise. That's just too many views. Like, Gen Alpha is actually doomed, bro. I mean, I don't care if you like The Fish. Just don't be crazy like these cringe Gen Alpha kids, bro. Like, it is actually crazy. Now, this subscriber, he was planning, like, a big road trip. Like, he was waiting all summer to just go on a nice fishing trip out in nature, bro. Like, enjoying the wildlife and just catching some fish with the boys, you know? Like, getting some big bass, getting some catfish. You know, it's going to be a good time, but if you're going to catch them big fish, you got to get a ton of supplies. So, to prepare for the trip, he was going to go to Bass Pro Shop. I mean, he was planning to go fishing, like, professionally. Like, he wanted to catch some of them river monsters, bro. Like, he was absolutely locked in. And if you want to prep hard, the only place to go is Bass Pro Shop. Because if you've ever been to a Bass Pro Shop, you know that these stores are huge. Like, they have multiple stories to them. They have, like, aquariums in them. They have, like, this whole setup. Like, this subscriber, he had to go assemble a team to get everything he wanted from that store. That's just how much fishing supplies they have in there. And the strongest guy the subscriber knew was his good friend Greg. Now, if you're new to the channel, basically Greg is like a name that I use for all these cringe kids because I'm just too lazy. I mean, I just thought it would be a funny meme for the channel, you know. But what the subscriber didn't know was that over the summer, Greg watched nothing but The Fish. He spent all summer watching The Fish. That is what he spent his entire summer break doing. Oh my goodness, you guys. Gen Alpha, they're actually cooked. But the subscriber, he didn't know this, so he was just like, hey Greg, I'm headed to Bass Pro Shop, and I need your help to plan this trip, you know. But on the other line, all he heard was Greg making this noise like blub 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 blub. Like, what? He was making, like, these fish noises. Like, ew, I don't want to hear that. But the subscriber, he was just like, okay, that's gross. But you know what? He's just making fish noises because he's excited, you know? It's like a joke, you know? We're going fishing. You make fish jokes, right? It's completely normal. So he was just like, okay, Greg, we're going to Bass Pro Shop. I'll see you at, like, noon or whatever, right? Now, if you've made it this far, comment fish down below. I just want to see how many of you guys actually make it this far in the video. Like, it's just always interesting to hear where you watch these videos, guys. Like, you know, as you sleep, in public, at Bass Pro Shop. Like, it's just always interesting to hear. But anyways, let's get back to the story. So the subscriber, he pulled up to the Bass Pro Shop, and, like, these stores are massive. Like, there was no way he was going to find Greg in one of these stores. But he never ended up seeing Greg in the store because he ended up hearing Greg first, because at the entrance, Greg, he was flopping like a fish in the middle of the aisles where all of the fishing equipment was, and he was just making a scene. And the subscriber's just like, what are you doing right now, Greg? We are in public. You need to behave. What is going on? I'm not cutting that out. Anyways, Greg, whenever he was questioned, he pulled out his iPad and just showed the subscriber like this weird Gary's Mod animation called The Fish. Like, genuinely, what is this timeline right now? Like, what is the fish? I still don't even comprehend what is going on. But anyways, Greg, he was just like, this is the home of the fish! We're in a secret lair! To which the subscriber had to reassure Greg that no, the fish is not real. It is from a game called Garry's Mod. The fish is not going to get you, lil bro. Which, this advice, it actually calmed down Greg, because after that he was like, I mean, yeah, the fish is from the fish. Actually have legs and stuff, like, these are just like little tiny fishes. They don't even got like legs. This is nothing to worry about, bro. Like, we're Gucci in this store. It's not that bad. And the subscriber, he was actually just relieved now. He was like, oh, thank goodness, I've seen, like, Connor Pugs. I know that these brain rot situations can get out of hand. I'm just glad we had a good ending for this one. So, he was actually able to just get all the supplies he wanted. Like, Greg, he was helping out. Because, like, Greg, he had, like, one really strong arm. Like, only in one arm. I don't know why, but either way, he was basically just gem maxed in one of his arms, so he was able to lift like multiple crates at once. Like, he was getting all the supplies he wanted, and he was actually getting it done in like a really timely manner. Now, before we continue with the story, I just want to let you guys know about my Andrew Tate YouTuber course. That's right, if you click that link down below, you will get the ultimate Riz tips from yours truly. And you know what? I'm so generous today, I'll even let you guys enjoy a free trial and get the first video on me. That's right, just click that link down below so you can get that Sigma Riz advice. But anyways, let's just get back to the story. So the subscriber, he was actually getting everything that he wanted. Like, he thought that maybe things wouldn't be so bad. Maybe he could just enjoy a nice day at Bass Pro Shop. Although if you've read the title, you know that this show is only just getting started. Now, if you've ever been to a Bass Pro Shop, you know that the shop isn't the only part of Bass Pro. Like, they even have like these little museum areas that you can visit if you just pay an extra fee. And the subscriber, he had so much free time because he got his shopping done so fast. He was just like, yeah, you know what, why not? Why not? I'll pay a visit to the museum and aquarium at Bass Pro Shop. Why not? So he walked in, and Greg was with him too. He paid for Greg's pass. He was being a little generous that day because Greg was helping out just so much. But when they walked in the room, they saw a sign that said, World's Biggest Aquarium. And everywhere around him, there was just like this massive glass fish tank. The whole room was just made of glass. That was how big the fish tank was. And Greg, he was starting to get a little bit shaky. He was like, okay, that's a lot of fish, but they're not the fish from the fish, right? Maybe it's not so bad. So the subscriber, he just kind of started wandering off. Like, he just wanted to look at some of the fish in this aquarium because, like, when do you ever get to actually see the world's biggest aquarium? Like, the subscriber, he wanted to take it all in because he didn't know when he would ever return to such a big aquarium. Like, I mean, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And he thought Greg was going to go look at some fish too. But he wasn't looking at those fish. He was looking at the fish. You see, there was this mascot meet and greet area with a man wearing a fish suit. And since he needed room to walk around, he had some leg holes so he could walk around and take pictures, you know. Like, it's completely understandable in the moment. Not cutting that out either. But to Greg, he thought that it looked like the fish from the Garry's Mod series, The Fish. Now, before I tell you what happened next, I just want to let you guys know that, actually, you are going to need to like and subscribe right now to claim these free cringe goggles. Because if you do not get these cringe goggles, you will actually, unalive of cringe. That is how bad this cringe will get. Okay? Is everyone ready? Is everyone ready? Because when Greg looked at the mascot, he screamed something like, he was like freaking out, and he was screaming something like, "Blob, blob, blob! I'm sinking the top!" Like, what even is that? What is that catchphrase? What? And before the subscriber could even react to that screech, that war cry, Greg just jumped this poor fish man and knocked him into the hard glass in this aquarium. Now, mind you, Greg, he was like really strong in one of his arms, so he just did like this WWE move on this fish guy, basically, and he was just KO'd on the glass of this aquarium. And this glass was like bulletproof glass. Like, this aquarium was full of dangerous stuff. They did not want it to crack. But Greg, his arm was just so strong and the fish suit was so heavy that the glass started to crack. Now the subscriber, he was just running. He was just running. He did not want to find out what happens. Like, it was going to be a dangerous scenario. So he just started running because there was like sharks. There was like electric eels. There was like jellyfish. There was all sorts of dangerous stuff in that tank all ready to burst. So the subscriber, he was running. But as he took the first step on the stairwell down to escape, he heard what sounded like a tsunami inside of the Bass Pro Shop. And as he was running down the stairs, he saw this typhoon of water just flooding the entire Bass Pro Shop. Like everyone, they were just running for their lives. And the subscriber, he had to think fast. But thankfully for the subscriber, unlike Greg, who spent his whole summer, his whole life, his whole school year watching nothing but the fish videos, the subscriber, he was actually smart. He was doing his reading, he was doing his schoolwork, and he was learning about biology. And the main thing to learn about sharks in marine biology is that if you punch a shark on the nose, it will freeze in place. Because the subscriber, he needed that knowledge when a giant bull shark went hurtling towards him in the flood. But the subscriber, he thought fast, so he punched the shark in the nose and jumped on top of it, riding it like a bull rider. And he was just riding it because he was like goated with that shark riz, bro. Like, he was gonna get out of this aquarium. He was dedicated to get away, not just from this flood, but Greg's cringy antics, bro. Like, it was actually crazy. Not cutting that one out either. So the subscriber, he was able to escape pretty easily. And he was actually helping like other people escape, bro. Like, he was able to ride that shark, and the shark was like really big and fat because like the people at Bass Pro Shop overfed it, so they thought it would look cool in the exhibit. Like, this thing was getting the whole Bass Pro Shop's worth of food. So, you know, this thing was a jumbo shark. Like, it could fit hundreds of people on it. So he basically just rode this shark like it was some kind of superhero movie, and just like carrying everyone on the back of the shark so they were able to escape. Like, it was wild, dude. But when the subscriber got out of the store, the shark was still hungry, and he wanted to feast on the fattest morsel around. And that's when he saw Greg. And Greg, he paid no attention to his biology textbooks. He barely even had an idea of what a shark was outside of the fish. Like, bro stood no chance against that shark. So he just looked at the shark and screamed his last words. "Fish are friends, not as he was eaten by the shark from Bass Pro Shop. Now, due to the obvious concerns this would raise to Bass Pro Shop, they just kind of wrote it off and said that the real reason the aquarium collapsed was unknown. But the subscriber, he remembers. Anyways, that's gonna be all for the video today. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Thanks and see ya!